boxing promo. We're down here with Codie Smith. How are you doing, mate?
All good, mate, thank you. Are you good yourself?
Yeah, I'm great, mate. I'm really great.
Good man.
Big fight coming up in Dublin, fighting on the same card as your stablemate, Jack Bateson. How much are you looking forward to it?
Oh man, I've been to Dublin a few times when I was a kid to watch UFC. There were a bloke in my village called Scott Askham. He used to be in UFC, so I've been there a couple of times. Dublin, unbelievable place. Everything about it. People there are brilliant, and it's just, I can't wait.
Good
for
crack,
atmosphere.
mate.
Yeah, atmosphere is going to be unbelievable.
Your opponent's not been announced yet. How do you approach a camp when you don't exactly know who you're going to be fighting?
At my stage, at minute, I've been sort of fighting journeyman, and so you kind of know what they're going to come to do. We're going to look to survive, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Because they get paid by fight, and if they get stopped, they can't fight for 28 days, I think it is. So
yeah.
Obviously, they're going to look in there to survive. So you train sort of to work on opening them up. But I want an opponent now who's going to come try to win, you know what I mean, and give me that opportunity. Instead of looking to survive, actually come try to beat me. And I think that's when they'll open themselves up, and that's when I'll start getting people out of there.
Yeah, definitely, because like you say, these guys, they know what they're doing, they're tucking up, they're going in the shell, they know how to survive, mate, you know,
exactly.
riding shots, and you know.
They know what they're doing, it's the job, innit, at the end of the day, so I'm hopefully looking for an opponent for this fight, what's going to be a step up and with a winning record, and someone who's going to come try beat me and not try survive, because I think that's when you'll get best out of me.
Yeah, definitely, mate. How's training been going? Have you been working on anything specific right now, or are you just sort of sharpening everything across the board?
Training's tough, man. It's always tough. It's tough year round for us. We don't really do camps, sort of thing. The only thing we introduce in camps is sprints on a weekend. Everything else is just sort of, it's horrible, to be honest with you. It's tough training with these lads, but yeah, it puts us in that place where we're always ready. So if a fight does come up on 2 weeks' notice, you're always roundabout weight, you're always fit. And yeah, that's what training's been like. It's been tough, but light end at tunnel now, 3 weeks away tomorrow. So looking forward to it, man. Just some sharpening bits, few spars left, few more hard sessions, and then we'll be on home run.
Oh, it'll be here before you know it, man.
Exactly.
And say you've got a great team around you now with Keith and Jack Bateson, Ishmael Davis. Do you find they spur you on? You know, you're all in the same boat, you're all sort of fighting at the same sort of time.
Yeah, like Ishmael to me is like my big brother, you know what I mean? He's sort of, I'll learn from stuff he does well, and I'll learn from things he does not so well, and then we have a laugh and that, and in gym it's all healthy competition. Like if he sees I'm doing something good, he'll try and better me, and at sprints it's always me and Ishmael. And then you've got Jack, you've got Zahid as well. Zahid's, when I first came, me and Zahid always used to spar when I won with Keith, when I won my old trainer. That's how I first met these boys, that when I started sparring Z. It was at Danny Thornton's gym.
Okay, and
I sparred Z. And then Keith just sort of gave me daddy's contacts and said, will you come spar sort of next week, whatever. And then we started seeing him more, and then it started becoming, Keith were getting as more sparring, not even with his lads, like with people like Levi Giles, people like that. So that's how I sort of got introduced through Z to these lads, and yeah, it's a mad world. So all these boys up here, Justin, Z, Keith, Ishmael, Jack, I can't even describe how grateful I am to them, because without them, I'm not nowhere yet, but where I'm going to be, I won't get there without them.
No, and it's really important in boxing to have the right team around you, people who are looking out for your best interests.
Yeah.
You know, it's
exactly, and in this game, there's few and far between people who do it to benefit you and people who do it to benefit themselves. And these are only do it for my own good. They never do something what they thought would harm me or not benefit me. Everything these guys do for me is to benefit me, so that's why I'm so grateful for them. I think so highly of them.
That's good to hear that, mate.
Yeah.
Sharing fight week with Jack, that must add a bit of buzz in gym. you know.
Yeah, you know what? It's a lonely old sport, this, you know, especially when you're cutting weight and you're in them hotel rooms on your own. So I'm actually looking forward to Jack being there, and people are there with you when you're cutting weight, but they're not doing it with you, you know what I mean? So they don't know how it feels. It's horrible. So I'm going to have Jack to look at, and when I know it's tough, I know he's going to be going through exactly the same thing as me. So we'll be able to bounce off each other and just vibe all through Fate Week. Like, my dad will be there, Keith, Jack's dad, everyone's going to be there. It'll be a laugh, so can't wait for it.
Plus you get sort of your support coming over, his support coming over, so do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be mental, mate. Hopefully I don't have too much beer, because there could be a war in Ireland, another one.
Oh, it's going to be lively, mate. It's going to be lively.
Oh, it'll be lively.
It's going to be lively. I mean, you've boxed all over. You've boxed in Newcastle, Brighton, London. How do you think the Dublin crowd's going to compare to that?
I think it'll be the best one yet.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that I can put a show on and sort of get some Irish fans on my side, because Irish actually, I don't care what no one says, Irish back their own. You know what I mean? If you can get support at Irish, then you're laughing, because they're loyal as old dogs. So hopefully I go over there, people like what they see, I put a show on, and I gain a few new fans, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I think atmosphere. I think them Irish are sort of like us in Yorkshire, aren't they? They're a bit mad, and they enjoy a bit, you know what I mean? They enjoy a crack. So I think it'll be a good laugh, and I think us Yorkshire lads will mix well with all Dubliners. Yeah,
I think it's going to be What kind of performance do you want to deliver on the night?
I want to knock out. Any fighter will sit here and tell you don't get paid for overtime. Obviously, if it were up to me, I'd either make them quit on the stool or knock them spark out in first round, but it doesn't always come, and especially with these journeymen, you see, when they're in there to survive, like we just spoke about, it's difficult. That's why I want an opponent who's going to come to win and up and this and up, because you've got to bear in mind, I were a top level amateur from 12-year-old. Like, from 12-year-old, I were on England squad and fighting at top level, not fighting people who are just there to survive and just win. So I've sort of got used to fighting sort of chess match style boxing. Yeah. And then I've come down a few pegs, and it's difficult to get them out of there, because they're just like big punching bags they're blocking. And I've learnt a lot, don't get me wrong, I've learnt a lot of things, but I want that step up now, and I want to be able to sell tickets and people say, oh, it's a good fight for Codie, this, if he wins this, then he'll be on to this next, and then this, and then that, you know what I mean? I don't just want, oh, he's fighting another journeyman and whatever. So in the next 18 months, I think I'll sort of be ready to fight for titles, and that's why I want to fight someone who's going to come to win. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great,
exactly.
And what message do you want to send to the fans who are coming over to watch you fight?
Listen, man, my fans, they're my supporters. I don't really like calling them fans, because they're all my friends, family, and people I've been around since I've been a kid. But them people, like, there's some who haven't even missed one at all, and there's some who are coming just because they haven't got passports, which is sad. And I'd love them to be there, because I knew if they could get there, they'd be there. And I just want to say I'm grateful. I'm grateful to my supporters, all my family, and I'm grateful for my sponsors as well, because people don't understand that the low level in this game pay is not great. So without my sponsors and without them sort of people helping me, people buying tickets, people supporting me, sponsors, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd have to have a part-time job or whatever, and then it just sort of slowly takes over your life, because you're working and then you're too tired to come train. I probably won't be here. So I'm lucky enough to be able to do this full-time as a living. So yeah, to them people who buy tickets and sponsor me, I'd just like to say I'm massively grateful for you.
Do you want to just shout your sponsors out, Codie? Do you want to?
Yeah, my sponsors are Energy Service. It's my Auntie Julie and Brian. They're in Australia, so that's them. Ian Kent at MTNC Utilities. He's backed me since I've been a kid, since I've been 12, 13-year-old. He used to buy me all my stuff. Can you remember KO Sports? It's still there, isn't it? He used to buy me all my stuff from there when I was an amateur. Jamie, Hull Hydroponics in Hull. He's been backing me since I was an amateur as well, about 16, 17, so he's backed me for a long time. I get free haircuts off Laura, Studio 1807, so she always keeps me looking fresh, and Todd Martin gives me sports massagers when I need him, so they're my sponsors. And if you need an haircut, you need energy, you need utilities, you need hydroponic stuff, everyone, just get onto them.
You know where to come, that's it. If it all goes to plan, what's next for Codie? I know you sort of touched on it a little bit then with your plans for the next 18 months.
It will go to plan. There's no that can be left a chance, like way I train and way we all train Ishmael, Jack. There's no to be left a chance, and if someone beats me on the night, they're just the better man, and I'll take my hat off and I'll shake their hand, but no one's beating me.
It's not happening.
No way, I can't even, I'm not doing that flight home with a loss, no way. I'd rather drown myself in the ocean before I did that.
That's the attitude,
so get the win, hopefully in emphatic fashion, knockout, and then, I don't know, sort of have an holiday. I'm due an holiday. I ain't had an holiday yet this year, so I'm going to go on holiday. I think I've got Ishmael's fate week after, so I'm going to go support Ishmael with my dad and my little brother, and then go on holiday with my missus, and then come back, and I'm going to just keep looking for opponents who are coming to win. Hopefully step up slowly though. I'm no rush. I'm only 21-year-old, so there's no need to start saying, oh, I'm going to fight for WBC world title next year, because that's delusional, you know what I mean? But I just sort of want to step slowly up that ladder, central area title level, English title level, British title level in sort of 18 months, 2 year, and then you can start looking then. And I think in about 18 months to 2 year, I think that's when I'll be ready, and I think, obviously I think I'll be best in the world, but in 18 months to 2 year, I think I'll be British level, definitely, without a doubt. I think we're experienced now on British level, to be honest. I've sparred a lot of people, you know what I mean? And if I had the experience and I were more of a man, you know what I mean? I ain't got bum fluff on my face, like, look at me, you know what I mean?
Still a baby,
don't even have a shave or out like that, so I think if I had that sort of maturity and I were a lot stronger for my age, I think I'd be at that level now. But it's just time, and I'm not stupid, I'm patient. Like before I come here, I was getting on camera saying, oh, I'll be a world champion and so and so. But then when you get with people like these, you realise how hard it is, and how it's not just the fight, it's the training what goes into it. So maybe 5 years for a world title, 2 years for sort of British title, and then 3 year European level. I think that's sort of roadmap I want to go on. I want to do it traditional route. Yeah. Because if you don't do it traditional route, all what happens is you miss all that experience that you end up jumping in with someone who's got a lot more experience than you, and they end up beating you, not just because they're a better man at night, because they've had that sort of experience for all them years. So if you do it traditional route, you've got the central area, English, British, Commonwealth, European, world, then once you've ticked all them boxes, sort of like Dalton Smith's done, you know what I mean? I think he's done it. If I were to plan my career step by step how it goes, I think I'd have my career sort of same pathway as Dalton's. I think he's a brilliant fighter, and I think he's got all right experience at right time. No,
I think you're right there, mate. You've got to do certain things, and you can't jump the ladder, because like you say, you will get found out.
Yeah, of course. This game's unforgiving, and
there's nowhere to hide in there,
It's fair, and that's why it's fair, because if you try and skip levels or just bites you on the arse, doesn't it? So that's why I want to sort of do it, stay grounded. I'm only young, I've got time on my side, I'm 21-year-old. I'm lucky enough to be able to get paid, do it as my job, so sort of that learning experience until 18 months time, start picking up sort of English titles, stuff like that, and then when that time comes in, whatever X amount a month, year, I'll be ready, and that's what I want. I don't want to be in there getting beat by people, not because they're better than me. I want it to be an experience-based thing. So if I do everything right and my experience is there, I'll win.
Yeah, you're still a baby in game, mate.
Yeah,
you're doing it all the right way, so you know.
Yeah, so I'm just looking forward to it, and I love it. I love training. It's my life. I've done boxing since I've been 9-year-old, since I was a baby. It's all I know. All my mates at school used to go out, and that I used to never go out. I just used to say, oh, I can't come out, I'm going boxing. Can't do this, I'm going boxing. Can't go to that party, I've got boxing. Missing weddings, stuff like that, family, all. You miss a lot of things out, but I'm sort of programmed like an SAS sort of militant person, because that's all I know. So I don't even miss it, you know what I mean? When my mates are going on holiday and stuff like that, I don't think, oh, I wish I were there. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but I'm not thinking, I wish I were there. I'd rather be there than doing that, because it's not. I love this, I love my job, you know what I mean? I come here every day, and I've got that sort of buzz, you know what I mean? I want to get better. I'm laid on a night looking at the ceiling thinking, I should have done this in sparring, I should have done that instead of that, you know what I mean? So it's always on my mind. I've got that sort of mindset. I think that's why I'll be best in the world one day, because I'm never happy anyway with how I do. I'm levelled myself in to always improve and be better rather than give myself a pound back. I saw a quote, it says, never let success get to your head and failure get to your heart. And it's true, because you have ups and downs. Like I got that draw, you know what I mean? Imagine that. And what a 19-year-old kid fighting on in front of everyone. I did 200 tickets, whatnot. I got put on my back. Showed a lot of bollocks to get up, because a lot of 19-year-old kids wouldn't have got up.
A lot of them are roll over.
Telling you now, it would have been over. And I thought, got a draw, and that learnt me a lot. That, you know what I mean? So that never let failure get to your heart. That sticks with me, because everyone wants to pat you on the back when you're doing well and say, oh, well done, you know what I mean? But, you know, when shit like that happens, no one's like, no one wants to speak to you, no one even wants to look at you at the same side of the street. But it don't matter to me. I know where I'm getting. And that's done me more good than it would have done me if I knocked him out in the first round, because I changed a lot of things. It humbled me, made me re-look at things, and that's put me on the right path to where I need to be.
I like that, mate. You say you're only 21 years old, but you seem like you've got a wise head on your shoulders, you know. I like these things
that's
you're
been around these guys, like, I'm around constantly. Ish and Jack are 10 years older than me, so they've got 10 years in front of me in boxing, in life. Keith's older than me. All these people I'm around every day, they're a lot older than me. Even my pals are like 24, you know what I mean, 25. So everyone I'm around's a lot older, so I ain't got that sort of immature mentality. I want to do this, I want to do that, because this is my life, you know what I mean? And I'm around people who are guiding me in the right direction and putting me on that path to only benefit me boxing rather than benefit them on a night out, to me be there. Everyone I'm around just wants best for me, so I think that's why I've sort of got that mature mentality.
And you've got a good, like you say, a good strong team around you, lots of people to look up to and to motivate you. Was there any other boxers who you looked up to when you were coming into the game, who inspired you?
I first got into boxing, there was a lad, I'm best mate, he's like family, he's called Keith Dickens. And when he was younger, he was sort of cool, because he was the only guy around my area who sort of did boxing as an amateur, and he used to get all the girls at school and whatnot.
Oh,
so I looked at him and I thought, I want to be like him. You know what I mean? I thought, I like what he's doing, I want to be like him.
That.
So I went to boxing, same gym as him, with family friends. He were mates with my brother and whatnot.
And what gym was that, Codie?
Can you remember Fred Gummerson at Adam Fast?
Old
Fred.
Yeah.
Went to there. Went indoors, and then started slowly going every day, and then before I knew it, it was time to have my first skills bout at 10-year-old, or 27 kilogram, right, at 10. And then I had my first skills bout, I did well, and then I had my first fight, and I lost my first 2 on bounce, and I thought, oh God. And then I just thought, you know what, I went on like a mad 27 fight win streak, won nationals, did all this and all that, and then from that day, I've sort of just fell in love with it, you know, from first walking indoors, because of that, because of Kian. But obviously I've been a fighter all my life, like my upbringing and that. I've always had to sort of, I've seen things maybe some young kids shouldn't have seen, and it never made me a violent person, but I were always ready. If anyone tried being violent with me, they got it back, and they did. When I was in school, when I first went up to high school, like 5'3" or something like that, I was like 6 stone, I was so skinny, but I could box. You know what I mean? Because I've been boxing since I was in primary school. So all these other kids from other schools used to come and try pick on me, because everyone used to say, oh, that Codie's hard, you know, from my school.
Yeah.
Then they'd be like, he's hard, I'll smash his head in, you know what I mean? Because they were big lads and they had hairs on the chest already. So I'd just knock smoke out of them, you know what I mean? Because I'm not bothered, you know what I mean? And that's how it sort of all started. So I've always been involved in fighting, but it was until I walked into boxing, and then it's an art and it's a discipline. There's a difference between a street fighter and a boxer, you know what I mean? And all that street shit and violence, it's no good. It's just, you end up in jail and shit like that. So I thought, I'm not doing that. I could have done it, you know what I mean? I'm undefeated in the street, by the way. Never lost a fight in the street. But I thought, I can either take this path or I can take that path. This path, it's going to be hard, but I can make money, punch people in the face still. or I can do this path, be naughty, do things I shouldn't be doing, end up in jail or dead. So I thought, this is at a young age as well, so I've always had that sort of mature mentality. I thought, I'm doing that. I'm doing boxing. I've always wanted to be a boxer. I used to be a sick football player. I used to be a captain at West End. I got scouted for Barnsley. Wow. They offered to give me a scholarship when I was a young kid, like to join academy for like 2-3 years above my son. And you know what I said to him? He gave me it there and then to sign at side at pitch, and after, because I was that good, I was a defender, I was a right back. Give me it there and then at side at pitch to sign it, to take me straight into academy. You know, we out doing all trials and stuff like that because I was that good. I ripped it up in front of you, so I'm going to be a world champion boxer, me.
Wow.
And that's a fact, mate. I promise you, right hand to God, that's exactly what I said. My dad was there, my dad will tell you the same story. So that's how confident I am, and it's just what I've wanted to do from a young age. And it sounds a bit cringy and that, but I don't think I chose boxing. I thought boxing chose me, you know what I mean? Because if it's all you know at a young age and you're making them sort of decisions, it's destined, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Written in stars,
exactly.
Mate. And we're so glad that you chose the path that you did,
course,
you know.
Exactly, it could have gone completely wrong. Like, when I was a kid, I saw things, like I've said, you shouldn't have seen, and sort of violent upbringing, and stuff like that. And around my area, it's not so nice. Like, I live in Emsworth, it's just full of crack dealers, crackheads, smackheads. You know what I mean? There's no going for it. There's a few gyms now, but back when I was a kid, there were no gyms at all. Nearest gym were in Codie, Barnsley. So I could have easily took that wrong path, and everyone would have been like, the product of his environment is just doing this and that. He's doing that because his mum and that's his dad, and you know what I mean? But I thought, you know what? And I've got to shout out my dad as well, because without my dad, I'd be in care. You know what I mean? I'd be in care without my dad. He's best man I've ever known, and I'd die right now for him. Right now. He's the best man I've ever met in my life.
Our family's everything, mate.
Yeah, but not even that, like, there's family and then there's what my dad's done for me. And I know without my dad that my life, I'd be in care, I'd be in and out of homes and stuff like that. So I just want to shout out my dad, because without my dad, I won't be here today and I won't be going where I'm going. So, Dad, love you.
Yeah, I like that, mate. And, you know, just before we sort of finish off, you know, boxing's really hard. Like you say, the training, the making weight. What keeps you motivated when it gets hard?
I don't know, just sort of discipline. Discipline, it's my job, innit? And that day I'm lucky enough to get paid for this, and I'm lucky enough that I've got people putting the time into me, because it's hard for me to get here, but this is my job. Keith doesn't have to be here, you know what I mean? Keith and Justin, that they don't have to be here, but they're still turning up every day. So if they're turning up every day, what the fuck's my excuse, you know what I mean? What's my excuse for not turning up? Because it's my job, I get paid for it, they don't. So, yeah, it's just discipline, and there's no such thing as motivation. I think motivation is a temporary thing, because if you're motivated for something, it slowly burn out, because once you might get it, it'll fizzle out, or you know what I mean? But discipline, it just keeps you on that same track. That's sort of militant mindset. Just my job, this is what I've got to do. I'm doing this today, I've got sparring tomorrow, sprints tomorrow night, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. Done. No questions asked.
No, I like that. Well, great to catch up with you, Codie. Best of luck in Dublin.
Top man.
Can't wait to see you in action.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everyone.
And thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thanks for coming down. Top man.
No problem at all, mate.